Cheers! Welcome to Movie Bitches! Retro Review Episode 9. Tonight we're reviewing Hocus Pocus.
Hocus Pocus.
That
was so dramatic.
It was.
Hocus Pocus.
So, obviously you're watching this right now, so you know that instead of Drag Race, we decided to get in the theme of Halloween, and we took a week off drag to do Hocus Pocus. We thought you probably wouldn't be too upset. We'll be back with Drag Race next week.
Yes.
But in the meantime, let's talk about Bette Midler.
How many times have I had that conversation? So, let's talk about Bette Midler. Well, she is my favorite diva.
Oh, yeah.
My personal... I grew up with her. All of her movies were my favorite. Fucking love Bette Midler.
For a second, I got really excited, and I was like, wait, what? Like, you grew up with her.
I grew up with her.
Like, down the street, you know.
No, but oh boy.
We would go trick-or-treating, and Bette's doing Winifred again.
Oh man. That's a life goal.
That's sure.
So, Hocus Pocus, or like I like to call it, the movie I watched at every slumber party through all of elementary school.
Really?
Oh yeah.
That's so funny.
Hocus Pocus, The Craft, and for some reason Multiplicity.
Huh.
I don't know about that one. Why?
Why did you always watch, like, Halloween movies?
Because it was, like, just scary enough, right? Because you're like, oh, we're gonna have a slumber party. Oh, let's get creeped out.
I watched Grease.
At sleepovers? I watched that too. That was more at home. That was more at a home.
Well, that was when I would have slumber parties at home, because then I'd be like,
so we're watching Grease.
Yeah.
Ooh, wait. We totally have to review Grease.
Oh, absolutely.
Anyway, yes, Hocus Pocus. This is one of my favorite movies ever.
It's just so fabulous and fun and silly and yet a little spooky scary.
Just a little bit.
You know, yeah.
I mean, I used to get freaked out at the
beginning. A kid, sure.
And they're sucking the life out of children.
Right.
So Kenny Ortega directed this movie. He's like a pretty famous choreographer. I think he did High School Musical. Weird.
I think you might be right.
But that's not why I like him. But the like sort of theatricality choreography really is what makes this movie sing, I guess is what you're saying.
Absolutely.
Like just the way that the three witches like move together and just like it's so theatrical.
It's very theatrical.
Which I love, and it just makes it that much more fun.
My favorite, obviously everyone's favorite part, is when Bette goes to sing I Put a Spell on You.
Oh, holy shit.
But you know, she's just like, oh, thank you, Max, for that marvelous introduction. And she's just chewing all of the scenery, and it's like, this is,
Thank you, Max, for that marvelous introduction. I put a spell on you.
I approve.
I'm going to the Broadway show of Winifred does.
Oh yeah,
like
it's
Salem,
very perform for the last row, right? It's like get there up to the balcony. You gotta reach them at the balcony.
Yep.
It's a lot.
It's so good.
Well, I was thinking about it this time, particularly the casting. I think that's why this movie works.
Absolutely.
Like, there's a lot of things going for it, but if Bette and Kathy and Sarah Jessica Parker weren't them, I just don't think it would be good.
No, if it was like Kirstie Alley or something, you'd be like, what's going on here? What's this movie?
Maybe,
it might work.
Maybe? Like, I was like, I don't know about that one. Like, I think that might be a maybe. Some casting fun facts that you might not know.
Okay.
Kathy Najimy its character, Mary, was supposed to be Rosie O'Donnell.
Oh, okay.
Yes, but no.
It's a theory of yes or no.
The theory of yes or the no. That's how I feel about it. And Max, the main kid, is supposed to be Leonardo DiCaprio. But he went and did What's Eating Gilbert Grape instead.
Oh.
I think that worked out for both parties.
I think so, yeah. It was mutually beneficial.
Because the kid who plays Max in What's Eating Gilbert Grape,
probably not enough clout.
I don't think it would have worked out for him. Yeah. I don't think he would have gotten an Oscar nomination for that one.
No. I've never seen it.
You haven't seen What's Eating Gilbert Grape? Mm-mm. You're good.
It's not
bad in any way. It's very 90s and it's...
I never saw it like when it came out, and then I never like heard from anyone, oh, you really got to watch What's Eating Gilbert Grape. And so I was like, okay, cool. Back to the casting.
Right.
Well, so, okay, can we talk about them? Because watching it again this time, it's funny because I wasn't as drunk rewatching it with you just now as I normally am.
So you were more present.
I was more present. I didn't remember a lot of the beginning of this movie.
I didn't remember just how much there was. I remember...
Yeah.
I remember strapping young Thackeray. Waking... I'm still not over it.
What hast thou done with my son, Thackeray?
Thackeray.
Every time they say Thackeray, I laugh. Oh, Thackeray.
Oh.
Thackeray Binks. Just the combination, too.
Thackeray Binks! What took you so long?
Thackeray Binks, what took thee so long?
The old-timey people are all going, 'tis thou,
Yes.
this, lots of
Thackeray.
THs,
Yeah,
lots
yeah.
of thick THs going on. So Thackeray, where is Thackeray? Anyway, I remember that and him waking up.
Got his tongue.
Cat's got his tongue. But it does go on for longer than I recalled. I do remember thinking young Thackeray was very cute at the time.
And no.
And no.
And yet, Max,
Totally
this
cute.
time I was like, wait, he's like super cute.
But at the time, no
That-
thank you. You're wearing a tie-dye shirt, sir.
Exactly.
No. But elementary school April, oh, Thackeray.
Even recent
In
times.
those breeches.
Oh, yeah, right. Thackeray. Yeah, I don't know why I ever thought that. Because Thackeray is not really...
I think because
you love Binks so much.
I love Binks so much. I think his character is my favorite, like, character,
Oh.
right? Like, as a just like, ooh, who do I want to hang out with? I want to hang out with Binks.
Binks, duh.
That's, I mean,
Sure.
bottom line. Unless I'm throwing a party, then I'm inviting the sisters
Oh,
to be the band.
yes.
Obviously.
Also, that mom seems kind of like a hoot and a half.
Pretty into the mom. She is fabulous.
What are you supposed to be?
Madonna.
I'm Madonna, right? Right? You got that, though, right? It's okay. It's good.
How
Okay.
much candy have you had?
How much candy have you had, honey?
The real witches, they're gonna fly and they're gonna eat all the kids in Salem. They're real.
All right, let's just find your father.
Let's find your father. Like, she's just having a great time.
Yep.
She's just having a boozy, fun time. Getting to know the people in this new town she just moved to.
Exactly.
I was kind of wanted to know what the story was there. Like, why
they moved.
from LA to Massachusetts.
For work.
And they bought that sick house.
That sick house.
They must be rich.
He had the most, like, baller bedroom.
Oh my god, I was obsessed with his bedroom as a kid. I was like, I want a tower and a staircase that goes to my own tower.
You know what it reminds me of?
What? Rapunzel?
Princess Diaries.
Oh, totally! Doesn't she call it the tower?
I
or
think
something?
so.
Okay.
Yeah, she's going up
I'm
to
in
her
the
tower.
tower.
Yeah. Well, because she's a princess.
I mean, it makes sense. Which, speaking of, Gary Marshall.
Oh, yeah.
It's Gary Marshall directed
Yeah.
Princess Diaries.
Thank you.
You were there. You knew it.
I made the connection. But
Got it.
for all of you at home.
Gary Marshall directed Princess Diaries. Weird.
Are we already talking about Gary Marshall and Penny Marshall?
I mean, why not? Who cares, right?
I guess.
We're not really sticking to a script here.
No. Being the wife of the devil is hard.
You're eating cheese nips. These fucking witches show up. Eat your Clark bars and get out of here.
Take your Clark bars and get out of my house.
Anyway, so he gets home
Right.
and he's like, God, Mom and Dad, I hate living here. Everything's terrible. You're the worst. I'm going into my room. You know, and then he goes into his fucking room and I'm like, fuck you, dude. Like,
You have
you're
this
this huge,
sickening-
sick bedroom.
You have a tower.
A tower, you have a drum set,
Right?
you have a fish tank, you have like all of this crazy shit. I mean, I guess he probably took all of that from LA, so he was
Not
just
the
like,
tower, though.
not the tower, but all of the belongings. He's just like, you know, well,
But he,
fuck,
he
now I'm
didn't
in-
ask for that sailboat wallpaper, Andrew.
So can we talk about Little Thor Birch?
Oh my god. Yes.
So she
Yes.
reminds me of like a younger version of who I always forget was Anna Paquin in She's All That.
Totally. Like that sort of matured, sassy younger sister.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And you're like,
Oh, well, this just reminded me of the other sleepover movie I used to watch all the time, which was Now and Then.
Thor Birch Little Thora Birch is great.
Oh, she's so good. They did a really good job of setting up this whole sibling relationship in this movie. Like, they really feel like brother and sister.
Yes.
The whole, like, we're fighting, but we love you, but we love each other, but blah, 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 you know, like...
We used to get along, but you're, like, having a mood.
Yeah, like,
you know,
why'd you have to become a teenager or whatever? And she's just, like, so cute.
Come on, Max. Couldn't you forget about being a cool teenager just for one night? Please?
I miss her.
Yeah.
I really like Thora Birch.
Come on, Thora Birch. Maybe she'll be...
Well, so...
Do we talk about it?
We can talk about the remake, the potential remake,
Is it
or is it, like, for sure?
Is it a remake or is it a sequel?
All I'll say is this. I don't know the answer to that question.
Okay.
If they, in fact, do remake it...
Fuck them.
Well, fuck them. But if they remake it, cast Bette Midler, Sarah Jessica Parker, and Kathy Jimmy. I mean, like, yes. I mean, it would only be better. They'll be older, and they'll just be like, oh my god, we have to eat all the children! Because we're really old now.
I mean, I'm on board for that.
I am so here for it.
I'm actually, if that's what they do,
Right?
then I'm here for it. If
Well,
they're
so
just
then-
like, we're bringing these bitches back and it's gonna be fabulous. But I would still rather it be, I mean, I guess you couldn't do a sequel with them.
Why not? Who cares? Oh, their dust particles came back together and they're alive again. Who cares?
Someone opened the book and they said, come back, which is...
Somebody found the book and opened it and it summoned them, and who cares? Great.
Sure.
If it's them.
Right.
If it's them, I'm on board.
Yeah.
I mean, no, but yes.
I was thinking, because just to lay it out here, I love this movie, watch it every year, but I typically watch it while drinking a bunch of, like, wine and or cider, like, you know, hard beverages. And, like, carving pumpkins or roasting pumpkins. You know, like, there's always something else going on.
Sure.
So it's like, watching the movie, love it, come back for the important parts. Like, you know, I missed this little bit here and there, whatever. Like, topping people off, whatever. That's...
I missed the scene where the seafood restaurant captain comes out and talks to the lobsters.
Okay, guys, who's going for the jacuzzi? Yeah, Angela. Too bad.
Don't remember that. Had no importance at all.
Ah, which one of you is going in the jacuzzi? That happened in this movie.
So one of the things that I missed was, you know, or I didn't remember, let's say, was at the
Right.
very end, the book, the eye opens up.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, well, there you go. Hocus Pocus 2. You know, just start it.
Well, I started to think about, we're really skipping around, who cares? You guys have all seen Hocus Pocus.
Yeah.
So I was thinking about how maybe I would have ended the movie differently.
Okay.
So at the end...
Which one? Because it goes on for like a long
There's
time.
quite a few endings, but the Thackeray Binks ending,
Thackeray Binks!
I was like, oh my god, wouldn't it kind of be fabulous if Binks the cat dies, yes, but then Thackeray just sort of like walks out of the cemetery like a real live boy, and they're like, you're a dentist now, Mom, Dad, we have a new brother, and then it's like, oh no, how does he like work, like he's been a cat for 300 years.
I like the like sitcom spin-off that you came up with.
I'm excited
Hocus
about it.
Pocus, and it's just like
The Thackeray years, you know, and he's like going to high school and he keeps being like, meow, no, shh, shh, you know, he's like having cat flashbacks, and then
wait.
what? I'm into this idea. As a sequel?
What if
Our new brother?
No,
and he's like,
no.
oh, like, I don't know how to be a person in the 90s.
No, I'm not here for this.
I like it.
However,
I like it.
I am on board for like crossover that like maybe it's like the crossover pilot that leads into Sabrina the Teenage Witch.
And he's Salem. Not mad.
Because they found him in Salem. They didn't know his name was Binks.
I love it. But then his like sexuality changed from one movie to another. We all know Salem is a sassy mo.
We never knew that about Binks.
We didn't know
He
that.
was a virgin too.
I mean, he was, you know, prepubescent. He didn't know
he had
his
the little
feelings yet.
cross on, you know, maybe
He
he
didn't
was
know?
Yeah.
1600s in Salem, you couldn't be gay.
Exactly. So how's he to know?
He get prosecuted. Now he can really be himself.
There you go. He can be sassy gay Salem.
Sussy minx. I love it.
Yeah. But also, okay, so that was why I was like, okay, I don't want them to remake it because this movie is great by itself. Just like
Yeah.
let it be.
Yeah, no.
But if they do a sequel,
Yes.
cast the three fabulous women again.
I'm into it.
They like, you know, they find this book because
Yeah.
he's digging around, And then his, like, in, like, the backyard or whatever. I don't know.
He's dicking around in the cemetery.
Oh, I didn't say dickin'. I said digging.
I thought you said
Dicking around.
Just dicking around in the cemetery.
I mean, maybe he is.
Oh, Allison. You're so soft.
And then he finds a book, reads some spell, turns, you know, whatever into whatever.
Yeah.
I like this. We could workshop
now,
this.
is there something to be done with a sequel where they read the book, it brings present day, you know, 90s kid back to Salem, like back in
Yes,
back
time
in
travel,
time.
here for it.
And he's like, what do I do? Oh my God. Like, I'm not mad about that idea, right?
I'm super not mad about that idea for 2 reasons.
Yeah.
One, I'm always here for time travel.
Always here for time travel. Always here for a fish out of water time travel.
Except for the time traveler's wife.
Yeah, no, that was very disappointing.
And also About Time. Do you remember when we watched that movie About Time? It was really bad.
I didn't care for that movie.
No. So, almost always here for time travel.
Almost.
Number 2,
Yeah.
that would allow us to go back in time to when Winifred and her 2 sisters were still around. What?
Bam!
Boom.
Solved it.
Yep.
And it's like The Crucible, but it's a musical.
I'm here for this.
Hocus Pocus 2. Salem Witch Trials? I think I'm into it. Because they're witches.
Yeah.
You know, it's fine.
Oh, but I like the idea of Salem Witch, like W-H.
Yeah, which one?
Which one? That's stupid.
It's silly.
Yeah.
Wordplay.
That's like a very 90s thing too, was like always like on the tagline or whatever on the cover, it'd always be like some wordplay pun.
Yes.
I miss that.
I do too.
Everyone was so much less serious back in the 90s.
It's true.
You know, it's like, why can't we just have some fun?
Things were sillier then.
Right? Maybe, how about this?
Yes.
Okay, figured it out.
I'm sorry.
So, there's a young brother
Yeah.
named Thackeray after his great-great-grandfather.
Right. Or no, it's like Thora Birch's son.
Sure.
Right. What? Oh, I named you
Oh,
Thackeray.
I love it. Named Thackeray
Because my best friend
yeah,
was Binks. We met. We
Yep.
spent like 12 hours together, but he's my best friend.
Yeah, love it, right?
Great.
Named Thackeray, but
Oh,
then...
Mom, why'd you name me Thackeray?
Oh, I'm so angsty. Opens this book.
What do you call him? Thack? Is that the nickname?
Cary? Is that how Cary Grant, was he Thackeray?
No. His real name is Archibald Leach.
Oh.
Fun fact.
Fun
That's
fact.
why John Cleese's character's name in Fish Called Wanda, Archibald Leach.
Love it. So, young little Thackeray named, you know, by Thora Birch's character after Binks.
Yes.
He's angsty and whatever, and he's just like, oh, I'm just a little kid and things are tough. Maybe he's just young and naive and he opens this book and then, like, reads some things.
Is it like in their basement because she's kept it safe this whole time, but then he uncovers it?
Yes, love
Okay,
it.
great.
He was like, I'm curious.
Like a cat?
Ah!
Meow, meow.
So he reads something or whatever, either he gets taken back into time.
Yes.
Or he awakens like some, you know, witch, wizard situation.
Awakens Bette Midler, Kathy Najimy, and Sarah Jessica Parker.
Right, through like a time travel potion.
Love it.
Because like Bette Midler and them were aged up, right? When Thackeray was trying to save his sister.
Yes.
So this will be like 20 years before that.
Yeah, sure.
Maybe in like old time England or something. Right, before they've crossed the passage. Maybe not. I don't know.
So Hocus Pocus. I think we've talked about the sequels enough.
I think so.
But I am 100% on board for whatever this combination of what we just edited together. This cobbled together mess.
Yeah. Everyone tweet them. Tell them that we need to help produce. It'll be great. We will save it from their
clutches.
Yeah. Oh.
It's gonna star like fucking Vanessa Hudgens or some shit. You know, they're gonna throw some.
Emma Watson is.
I was thinking, you know, who would Julianne Hough would be the Sarah Jessica Parker character, don't you think?
Oh, I hope not, because she cannot act her way out of a paper bag.
And then it would be like, hey, I like Julianne Hough. She's got something.
That's true. She does have something.
It's not like great, but it's a charisma, and I'm drawn to it.
Sure.
I don't know what it is. It's not. I wouldn't call it talent necessarily, but it is something, and I'm like, yeah, I'm here for it.
Fair, but not in this role.
But she would be Sarah Jessica Parker. She would be
But
like...
Sarah Jessica Parker nails
Come
this.
with me, you know, Sarah Jessica
Pretty
Parker
Spider.
was really selling her part.
She
Dead
nails
man's
it.
toes. Dead man's toes.
Dead man's toe. Dead man's toe. Dead man's toe. Dead man's toe. Dead man's toe.
I mean, it's hard for me because at a certain point in this movie, I think it was after she goes, Pretty Spider.
Oh.
Like
She's just Renfield at this point, like, right? She's just like this idiot who eats bugs.
But she like nails it.
Oh, yes.
And I was like, wait, is she my favorite? And I was like, oh no, obviously. This is my inner monologue.
Like,
was literally, well,
oh, no.
Andrew, that's just ridiculous because obviously Bette is the best one. And
But then you're like,
but Kathy and Jimmy, who somehow got her lip to just like be down the whole time.
She is fabulous. If you pause any frame of Kathy and Jimmy in this movie, she's selling the shit out of it. Every moment is like captured. She is present and hilarious.
That they got 3 world-class thespians.
It's true.
And it made all of the difference.
'Tis time.
Her nail work. We haven't talked about her nail work. We
Oh my
haven't really
God.
talked about that.
No, we haven't.
Okay.
Not enough. Her nail work is a secondary character.
I mean, absolutely.
It is on point.
Yeah.
I remember as a kid when she cuts
Slices.
the screen door. It really freaked me out.
Yeah.
But no, she's all nails and teeth
Yeah, oh, those big teeth.
and lips and hair. I mean, she's a drag queen.
Yeah.
I mean, I said chilly. There was certain scenes when Max really sounded like he was doing Christian Slater doing Jack Nicholson, and it was bizarre. Maybe that was a 90s thing.
Maybe.
It's like everyone was like, oh, I gotta be like Jack.
Yeah,
I grew up on Jack.
Welcome to high school hell. I'm your host, Boris Karloff Jr.
That was like the cool guy thing, right? Like in the 90s,
Right,
like,
yeah.
if you're like cool, you
Jack
sound like
Nicholson.
Jack Nicholson. Maybe that was a thing?
I don't know.
He sounded like it. It was weird. Can we talk about the bullies? Can we talk about the 90s bullies? Ice.
Ice. It really captured the moment.
It did. The baseball caps and the tiny hats and just tiny hats. We haven't talked about Allison at all, who I always thought was so pretty.
She is pretty. You know what? It was weird. For some reason, when I was watching it this past time, I kept seeing Elizabeth Moss.
Totally. I remember watching the remake of 3:10 to Yuma, which is terrible. Please go watch the original 3:10 to Yuma, which is one of the best, if not the best, westerns of all time. I love it. Anyway, I was watching the remake, and this, like, sexy prostitute walks in, and I was like, who the fuck is that? I know her. Oh my god, it's Allison from Hocus Pocus. Like, I was, like, having a complete, like, holy shit, I know who that is.
Oh my god, that's amazing.
It was real weird. It was a bizarre experience.
I couldn't wear anything like that because I don't have any, what do you call them, Max? Yabos?
Yabos?
He loves your yabos.
That never took off.
No.
For good reason.
Yeah.
Who thought of that line? But
Right.
I love it.
Maybe, like, Gary Marshall's, like, you know, grandson or something was, like, calling him yabos.
If you told me Gary Marshall directed this movie secretly, I would believe you.
Yeah.
Like, oh, Kenny did the choreography and everything, but, like, Gary was there, too. Wouldn't be surprised. 'Cause it feels like a Gary Marshall
really
movie.
does.
It feels like really fun and energetic and just like, we're having a good time.
Yeah.
Just having a good time.
Yeah.
It's nice.
I do have a lot of questions.
Okay.
First off, if Binks can talk, why didn't he say, Dad, it's me. She turned me into a cat.
Away! Away, beast!
My guess is that he learned to talk.
Oh,
was like-
over 300 years.
He was like, I'm a cat, meow, meow. And then he was like, oh, I've developed speech.
Motor skills and the ability to speak English. Okay, sure.
My guess.
Okay.
I will say this, the cat CGI looked great.
Yeah.
The whole movie
All of the CGI,
held up.
it really does.
It really did. There was no,
The
like,
sp-
real...
like her lightning sparks, it was like...
There was no, like, whoa, that was a clunker.
Yeah.
Which usually there's at least, like, one shot where
That's
you're like,
true.
ooh, that flaming skull.
Yeah.
You know, or whatever.
Because even Billy...
Billy looks real. Well, that's all
Practical.
practical effects. It looks great.
Yeah.
What's Billy's life look like after the movie? He's just gonna go to sleep?
He just goes back. He's dead.
He doesn't
again.
hunger for brains.
I don't think. Right, thank God. Oh my God, that's an interesting sequel.
Right, because they were like, he's a zombie. They call him a zombie.
Yeah.
He's risen from the dead. He finally opens his mouth so he could eat brains.
Sure.
He just decides to go take a nap.
Well, what I thought that meant was like, oh, okay, it's time for you to go die again. You know, like, and then
Sure.
Because then Binks is like, no, it's okay. I'm actually over here. Like, it's me, Thackeray.
But where was Billy? Where was his ghost
That's
walking
a good-
into the
that's
gates of
a good
heaven?
question.
Well, he clearly went to hell. That's what happened.
I've been there. It's lovely.
I do love too that the sisters' reaction to everything, because they're the fishes out of water, right?
Right.
They've been in the ether for 300 years, unclear.
Yep.
Because they don't like rise from a grave.
No.
She does seem to have knowledge of things that she shouldn't have knowledge of.
Like citizen's arrest, driver's permits.
Pull over! Let me see your driver's permit.
Oh, wait a second. Where'd that joke? I thought you didn't know anything. Well, whatever. Let it go.
Their reaction to everything is, "Ah!" You know, they just like Kathy and Jimmy screaming at the baby commercial and like screaming at the black river that's the road.
Tis firm!
'Tis firm! 'Tis firm as stone! Then they sing all these hobgoblins that keep calling them Margaret,
yes.
all these kids trick-or-treating.
Bless you.
Bless you! I mean, it's just so funny. I love that they're played for idiots, even though they are very dangerous.
Yes,
right?
yes,
It's like,
yes.
They think Gary Marshall is actually Satan. Oh, master! You know, he's wearing like boxer shorts. Like silken boxer shorts. Are boxer shorts called boxer shorts because of boxers? Like boxing?
Maybe?
I think they might be. I feel like that is true. Well, this is going to be a very stressful night, so I think we should form a calming circle.
Yes.
I suggest we form a calming circle.
I am calm!
Kathy and Jimmy is so great.
She's so great.
They're basically the Three Stooges.
They're like the best ever version.
But now
of
that
them.
I think about it, they are the Three
Yeah,
Stooges. I mean,
that's
Kathy
true.
and Jimmy is Curly, Bette Midler is Moe, like pissed off all the time.
Sure.
And Sarah Jessica Parker is Larry.
Yeah.
I am just full of mind-blowing revelations tonight.
Yeah. Wow.
Can we talk about what we think happened to the three young girls that took their brooms?
I figured they just kind of, you know.
But it makes like a big whoosh.
That
as
is
if they,
true.
like fly. Like I want to know is that the sequel? Is that the sequel?
I'm okay with that.
And then they flew away.
Previously. That was weird, where it was just like, there was a full-on sound effect that was just like, whoosh. And you're like, where are they? What's happening?
They flew away like at the end of Grease.
Yeah. Bye.
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 We're off to heaven. Teenage heaven. I don't know. We died a drag race. Bye. I still don't know the answers.
It was obviously for jokes so that Kathy and Jimmy could ride a Hoover vacuum.
Broom home!
Everything frickin' works. I love this movie.
It's so good.
It's so good.
Can we talk about the sexy, boozy Halloween adult party for a while?
Yes.
For a while.
A while.
I want to go.
Yeah.
I might want to leave early.
Probably. Well, I certainly don't want to stay till 5 a.m. dancing for every second and breath of my life.
Dance until you die!
I mean,
Maybe I do.
you'd like lose a lot of weight and you would just look fabulous. It was like a dance competition. It was like they shoot horses, don't they? Right? It was just like, oh my god, they're dancing. Like I kind of wish they had at least one cutback to like the parents sort of like leaning on each other, like dancing, like, oh my god, honey, or whatever. That kind of would have been funny. I love the band, the like skeleton band that's just playing all Halloween witch themed music throughout the night.
Yeah. No, it seems like a fabulous party. It also felt a little Mardi Gras-y.
Yeah. There was some questionable costumes.
Like that weird alligator.
Well, I mean, there was a few like inappropriate, like, Asian stereotype costumes. Like, I kept, like, being like, oh,
I didn't even notice that.
Like, it was, like, real quick. And then there was a lot of, like, Mardi Gras masks.
Yeah, right. It was kind of like, oh, this could go either way.
Annie Oakley springs to mind. She was there when they were like, your children are in danger. And she was like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, okay.
Tarnation? Well, and then I love that they're singing the song. Kathy DeJimmy and Sarah Jessica Parker are her backup singers, and then they cut to the Supremes. I mean, they're having a cheeky fun time. I smell scrod.
Scrod, yeah, it's a bottom dweller. You cook it sometimes with lovely breadcrumbs, a little bit of margarine, or oil. I'll boil it good when you have to cook it.
Bottom dweller, there's like some breadcrumbs on it, some margarine. It's very nice. We didn't talk about the other musical number. The real sexy lullaby that Sarah Jessica Parker sings.
Oh, yes. Come, little children,
come and let's play.
My garden of magic.
So she definitely like sucked at least a couple of years off of his life at the end.
Thank you. That was one of my other questions. I was like, why didn't they age him just a little bit?
They give him like a little rogue, like stripe of gray hair.
Oh boy, no, that'd be too much. He went from like 16 to 18. Maybe his voice drops an octave.
Oh, hi, Allison. I'm really in love with you. Oh, Allison, I would really love to touch your yabos.
Oh boy. Maybe just like a little like scruff.
Just give him a little, that's the classic movie trope. Just give him a little streak of gray. So
I love this movie.
Fucking love this movie. I mean, it reminds me of Clue.
Okay.
In that underappreciated in its time.
Well.
Slowly became a cult classic.
There's something that we haven't talked about.
How it has a 16% on Rotten Tomatoes and how that's a travesty.
Travesty. What the actual fuck. I want them to like go back and like revise. Like I want them to write an updated addendum and be like, no. Here's the official New York Times review.
Because like what?
We're updating this.
It does seem like older movies are really not properly rated.
I agree.
Right?
I agree.
Like True Beverly Hills is shockingly low.
That movie is great. Although I was talking to someone recently and they were like, oh, yeah, like that True Beverly Hills movie, that was such a great bad movie. And they're like, no, that's just a great movie. What the fuck is wrong with you?
I agree with everything that you just said.
Yeah. So anyway, Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween.
We will do more retro reviews and such. I think next year we need to do Halloweentown.
And Clue.
Make sure to subscribe.
Yes.
Share this with anyone that you know that likes Hocus Pocus.
Well, obviously, go watch Hocus Pocus.
Oh yeah, just because.
We didn't say it at the beginning because I assumed everyone has seen it, but like...
If you haven't seen it, then you absolutely have to watch it.
Go watch
and
Hocus
if you
Pocus.
have seen it, then this is time for your annual viewing of Hocus Pocus. It's just...
As you carve pumpkins and drink hard cider.
Exactly. That sounds delicious. To be clear, by hard cider, I mean spiced apple cider and whiskey.
With rum or whiskey or something delicious.
Yes.
No, not like a hard...
Not like a Mike's Hard...
No.
No.
It has to be like warm autumn...
Yes. Ooh, that sounds so nice.
Send us pictures of your fabulous Halloween costumes because I feel like I would enjoy that.
Yeah, especially like fun drag stuff. Like Halloween is the best time to try drag. I want to see all that happens. So, that'll be exciting.
Happy Halloween!
Happy Halloween! Cheers, bitches!